All right. So, hi guys. So, I'm officially excited to be here with you all tonight to review with you guys what this DNA and genetic testing is all about. I have done a couple lives on my personal Facebook. Some of your peers, you may have seen it, but some of your peers are talking about this DNA and genetic testing and what it is. And we've had a ton of questions. So, we thought it would be most effective to just get on here tonight and talk to you guys, share a little bit, answer any questions that you have. It'll be super interactive once we get through a little bit of the information up front. And this is for you. So it's recorded. If you have friends or people that wanted to hop on and couldn't tonight, we will be able to send out the recording to you guys. So first and foremost, I just want to kick this off and share this concept. It looks like we have mostly women, but this goes for guys too. You know, we live in this day and age of comparison, right? Like we scroll on social media and I see my friend Kim on here and I'm like, oh, I want Kim's biceps. I want, you know, so-and-so's abs or so-and-so's booty. And then we go, well, what is that person doing to get in shape? And sometimes we go, all right, she's doing CrossFit, or so-and-so's running 10 miles a day and that's working for her or him. And we start to go, maybe I should do that. Or my girlfriend's doing keto, my guy friend's doing low carb. And so your head can spin. There's so much information out there. And I've been in the fitness industry 15 years. So I've coached so many women that come to me and say, I'm doing intermittent fasting, I'm doing keto, I'm doing this, I'm trying that. And I'm going, how's it working? So in the past, what we all did, me included, it was trial and error. It was trial and error to say, all right, I'm going to try this, see how I respond or not, and then change it. And I feel like the gift of this DNA and genetic testing kits being able to be brought to market to the everyday average person, you, me, it is so revolutionary. And it's the way the industry is going. It's really this concept of why should we all be taking the same vitamin packs when we all don't have the same deficiencies or the same needs? You and I maybe wouldn't be doing the same workouts when you have slow twitch muscle fiber and I have fast twitch muscle fiber. So I want you to think about that concept of how personalized this can get for you, how specific, how drilled down it can get for you, so that your journey now, it takes the guesswork out and you know how to put a game plan into place, how to train, how to eat, and what to spend your money on in terms of vitamins, and stop wasting money on things that don't necessarily work for your DNA and genetic makeup. Okay, so now that we've done that, this has brought me so much peace of mind, you guys. What it done is, has confirmed a lot of things for me that I knew about my body, but taught me so many new things that I didn't know about my body. So what I'd love to do now is screen share with you guys and actually show you my report, and I'm gonna walk through some of the things that you can expect if you are going to take it and you're learning about this, or you want to educate anyone else about this. If you just hopped on, just see if you can put your screen on mute for me so that we don't have any background noise. That'd be awesome. Okay, so let me get you guys over to my DNA results. Someone just give me a quick thumbs up and tell me that you can see my screen and you can see my DNA. Okay, great. So first, guys, you get the results back, and it comes from Molecular Labs. Okay, so the company I partnered up with here is called IDLife, and IDLife uses a third-party lab called Molecular Testing. Now, this testing agency is used from a wide variety of agencies, and all of their testing is HIPAA compliant. So we have had people ask, well, what happens with my information? And some hesitancy around that. Just know that they're bound by law. They can't sell or share your information. It's a HIPAA compliant lab. That's really important to know, okay? Second, I wanna share with you the summary kind of what you'll get when you do your DNA and genetic testing. Now, I'm gonna tell you on the surface level, we won't go through all of these, but the most important ones that people generally want to know about is, how should you be eating? How do you respond to proteins, carbs, good fats, dairy? You know, how do you respond to them? What's your sensitivity to carbohydrates? And once we know that information, we know how your day, what macronutrient breakdown should your meal plan look like? How many carbs, how much protein, how many good fats, okay? So that's key. You do get that information. We also do get information about our muscle genetic makeup. So are we fast twitch or slow twitch? And what workouts are most efficient, so that we know how our body will convert fat to energy most efficiently. And then the third part that I really geeked out about was knowing where my vitamin deficiencies were, so that I could actually go, here's what I need to spend my money on and put in my body, as opposed to just taking a bunch of multivitamins and random nutrients. Okay, so what's kind of neat, guys, is when you first get it back is you see this page here, and it actually shows me that I have slightly reduced vitamin D levels, okay? Interesting. I live in the Northeast. I might be tan now, but I'm in New York, and the majority of the year I don't get a lot of sun. So that kind of made sense to me. I also, it looks like I can take more B6. It says I need increased requirements. So what's neat is my B6 and my B12 were a little low. I know that I can take supplements and products to help get that up. Easy peasy. So really neat to know that stuff. And then if you look up here on the inflammation, I mean, my goodness, this was something that for me, I was like, wow, I really do need to start taking some more omegas, probably reduce dairy. So when I looked at this from a surface level, guys, I was thinking already of the things I could change and do and get empowered with in terms of inflammation in my body. But then I went on to read further. And if you look and you keep scrolling on the right-hand side of the screen, there's so much information here, but I found out I'm lactose intolerant, which is crazy. So here you go. I eat ice cream and I have pizza once or twice a week. I probably need to reduce those things and take more omega-3s and cut out my dairy, and that's going to totally change that inflammation lever. So getting empowered by information is incredible, and that's how I'm using this report. Now, if you look on the other side of the screen, it tells me, again, this is a summary. I'll drill down a little bit more for you, but what's neat is this is telling me that I have mostly fast twitch muscle fiber, which most people with fast twitch muscle fiber, we know that your workouts should be high intensity, interval-based workouts, and I also recover quick. So based on that information, I'm going to most efficiently convert fat to energy, which means fat loss, changing my body composition with high intensity interval training. I am not going to go out and do endurance because that's not going to be most efficient for my body. You may be completely different. So really, really cool to know. Hey guys, I geeked out over this high susceptibility to obesity. Look, I've been an athlete my whole life. And when I saw that information, I really kind of thought about the fact that I'm 38 years old with 2 kids and it is harder to get in shape. And my mom's overweight. And, you know, I kept thinking about how I really can't get off the beaten path of workouts and consistency with health and nutrition because I do have that gene. I am susceptible to being overweight. And I also have the lack of control, basically the overeating gene. So really just neat stuff. So I can drill down a little bit more for you guys and show you what some of these screens look like and how I'm using this information and what this can do for you if you take your own DNA and genetic test. Now, you guys saw that I have like medium sensitivity to carbohydrates. I'm lactose intolerant, which I did not know. And most of the supplements and products that I had been taking over the last 15 years have all been whey protein based, dairy based. My meal replacement shakes, my post-workout shakes all had dairy in them. Who knew that was causing a lot of excess inflammation in my body that I probably shouldn't have had in there. So making changes already from this information. Low sensitivity to caffeine. I've always kind of known that. I could have drank one of these energy sticks here at like 7 o'clock and probably still go to sleep at 9. But thank God I have a normal risk of alcohol flush. That would be a problem if I didn't. Okay, but most importantly, guys, I'm able to look at this information and then figure out exactly how I want to structure my meals throughout the day. What % of carbohydrates, what % is going to be fats and proteins, and that's really, really key to know for yourself. All right, let me keep going here. Now, it will teach you how to use your report, but most importantly, you already saw this, and I kind of explained to you how they're going to determine your genetic muscle fiber and how your performance should be. Are you a sprinter? You're an endurance athlete, and then how to get the best results. And they talk about the genes that they actually test. So this is like next level science and information about your body to just get empowered with. You don't have to say, all right, should I go out and 10 pounds because my friend Susie's dropping weight like that? Well, Susie might be completely different than you. Hey guys, if you're just jumping on, just mute your phones for me so there's no background noise in here. Okay, so this is something neat. I actually thought I'd have a little bit of a higher aerobic potential, which is great because I am excited to try to increase my cardiovascular endurance, my VO2 max threshold. I love training goals, you guys. And if you are an athlete like me and you go, all right, you know what, I want to challenge. I want to increase my VO2 max threshold and redo this in about 6 months. I'm a competitive athlete, and I was actually kind of shocked that it said I have an average ability to handle metabolic stress. So I'm like, game on, I want to improve that. I mean, so this can also give you some goals in terms of workouts and performance, and you can retest. You know, you can do this twice a year. All right, you guys, just throw your phones on mute for me. All right, let me keep running through this just for the sake of time tonight. So this was really, really neat. It is kind of cool to know what your injury risk is because nobody wants to be injured, whether you're just an everyday average mom trying to stay fit or an athlete or you're working out and you don't want to be injured because if you're injured, you know, that's counterproductive to getting results. So this was really neat to look at for myself. But then the recovery, I loved. I love to kind of know how my body's recovering. I have very fast recovery, which you know what that means for me is I need to stop being like, oh my God, I'm sore. I'm going to, sit out for my workout and give myself a rest day. It means I can hammer pretty quick. I can hammer a HIIT workout on a Monday, a HIIT workout on a Wednesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday. I could get 4 or 5 HIIT-based workouts in each week because I'm recovering quickly and I have that delayed onset muscle soreness. So it's really an excuse in my head sometimes to be like, oh, I just did a hard workout. I'm going to take a couple of days off. So this is great information. I know my body can handle it. I know I'm not going to be injury prone, and I know I recover quickly. I have had some clients that have had their reports come back that says they have very slow recovery. So I've been talking to them more about foam rolling, stretching, mobility to help those things. And then also things like a post-workout recovery product. This is crucial. I take post-workout recovery products after every workout. It has a little creatine, protein, amino acids in here, carbohydrates that help repair, restore, minimize soreness, and help you recover faster. So if yours comes back and says that you have, medium to slow recovery levels, you may want to look at some solutions that could help like that. All right, so we talked about carbohydrates. Again, this just gives me knowledge around how I should structure my meals throughout the day. You may have high sensitivity to carbohydrates. You may want to have your carbohydrates earlier in the day. So there's lots of information that once you get it back, I can help you, your trainer, your coach, your friend, whoever's helping you with this DNA thing, can show you how to structure your nutrition, which is awesome, to be efficient for your body so you don't continue to store excess fat from the food that you're eating, all right? So really neat information here around food and fats and how you respond to, the good fats is what they're looking at here, all right? Saturated fats versus your good fats. Now, this again was something for me that was eye-opening, the high susceptibility to obesity, and then moderate risk of rebound weight gain, guys. I mean, listen, I'm an athlete and I've been an athlete, but the second I stop training hard and eating right, I do pack it on pretty quick. And I'm Italian, and I love food. So it just gives me awareness at 38 that I do need to stay with my health and fitness goals, and I don't want to veer too much from that because I have those genes. So really just great mindfulness about my body. This was interesting. So look, high risk of overeating. I touched on this in the summary page, but what's crazy here is, I know myself. I mean, I joke and say I can eat most men under the table. You put a burger and some fries or a pizza in front of me, and I'm going to eat like 5, 6, 7 pieces of the pizza because I can. But truly, guys, for me to stay on top of my results, instead of having a whole cheat meal, it's about having like 1 slice of pizza because, to get lean and stay healthy and be fit, once you have that high risk of overeating, you have that propensity to overeat, you can make small tweaks and go, all right, you know what, I'm going to drink a protein shake before I go have my pizza meal, my cheat meal, or I'm going to drink a protein shake or a meal shake before I go to that barbecue, so I don't just eat everything in sight. Or you can take advantage of things like appetite suppressants and appetite control. I have a really good product called Slim Plus that I've been taking twice a day. I get energy, but I get appetite control from it as well. And it's really helping me just eat normal portions as much as I'm being mindful about it too. All right. This was neat. Hey guys, I've never thought about testing or why it's important to know like my bitter palatability, I guess. Like if I taste foods and they feel bitter or not to me or taste bitter. And this is neat because I think about it now and I don't eat a ton of vegetables because they taste so bitter to me. And I'm like, ugh, like they taste pungent to me. So I actually steer away from some healthy foods because of this. So I'm super sensitive to that. Hey guys, toss your phones on mute for me if you just hopped on. Thanks. But so, basically you guys, it's knowing this. Now I go, all right, I got to season it a little better. Maybe I could use some lemon so that I don't steer away from those foods that I may not like because it's in my DNA and my genetics. It's not just me being like, oh, I hate broccoli. So kind of cool because now I'm excited to try to get fancy with my veggies and see what different ways I can actually start to get them in my body. All right, so that one was really, really interesting to me to know about myself. Obviously, inflammation is never good. Inflammation causes a lot of issues in our body. I most can tell in my acne and my skin. So I am so excited to take out dairy, increase my omega-3 intake, and just really hammer that nutrition and see where it is at again in 6 months. and get that inflammation down. So we talked about some of this stuff. Here's what's neat, guys. We talked about nutrition and knowing how your body should be eating. We talked about workouts and based on your muscle fiber, what workouts are most efficient for you to do to convert fat to energy. But then there's this whole side of, all right, we live in a world where, you know, and this was me for 7 years. For 7 years, I was partnered up with a company and I took their vitamin strip packs and I loved them and I felt good. But every one of my clients was on the same one. And we all felt good, okay? But truly, I started thinking about this about 1.5 to 2 years ago. I started thinking about, you know, why would I be taking the same vitamin pack as you and Bob and Susie and Johnny? It's like we're different ages, sizes, genders, different goals. And I actually got introduced to this company right here 2 years ago. But I had a non-compete. I had a non-compete with my prior company. I couldn't lock arms with any other companies. So I didn't. But 8 weeks ago, that changed. And I knew exactly where I wanted to partner. I wanted these DNA and genetic testing kits for my clients, myself, and I wanted these products. I wanted these products to be able to put in my body that were custom for me, specific for me, based on my DNA. So now I know where my deficiencies are. Now I know exactly what I'm gonna put in my body. And check this out, you guys. I'm actually gonna hop off of my screen share right now and show you guys how neat this is. But let me put this on speaker view and you can see it bigger. So now look. These vitamin packs here are custom for me. They have my name on them. They have spirulina and chlorella because I don't eat a lot of fruits and veggies. I have my probiotic. I have my morning pack, and then I have my night pack. So what's neat is based on the information, my vitamin D3 and cofactors, my omega-3s for that inflammation. The D3 was because I'm slightly, I have slightly abnormal levels. So, I mean, guys, look, this is custom for me. I don't need to spend money on things that I know my body doesn't necessarily even need. It feels really efficient, and I felt awesome. I've been doing this now for about 8 weeks. So when it comes to getting yourself to the next level, there's lots of ways you can do it. And for the past 15 years, this is how I did it with my clients. I would put you on a meal plan, give you workouts, and I would say, let's see how you respond to it. And based on how you responded, I would make tweaks. I would change your meal plan, or I would change your workouts, whether you're responding positively or negatively. So this is a game changer. I've had about 100 and some odd people now do their DNA test. We're reviewing it. We're going over it. It is game changing, you guys. It takes the guesswork out. It makes you more efficient with your money, your time, your efforts. And isn't it all about being healthy and getting results and feeling good? And when you know things are specific to you, it just takes the guesswork out, right? It's going to reduce so much stress for you and so much comparison. Put a plan in place once you get this thing done and rock it out. Now, if you want to do your DNA test, let me talk about next steps and how to do it. Wow, my hair is looking good tonight. So what I want to share with you is, all right, you heard it, you saw it, you're ready to do it. You know, you've got two options here, and I'm going to share with you what I've had most of my clients doing, and then you do what works for you, okay? So I've been having most of my clients do the $299 option, which basically for $299, guys, what happens is, so, wow, hot mess tonight. All right, so for $299, what happens, guys, is this. You get your DNA genetic testing kit. It's a kit, okay, that comes with a cheek swab, and you do 3 cheek swabs. You put it in their pre-paid mailing envelope, and you send it back to molecular labs. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, you get that back, and we can go over it. You go over with your coach, your mentor, your friend who shared this with you and who's done it and wants you to hear about this, okay? And so what's neat is for $299, you get your DNA and genetic testing kit. You also get your whole first month of these custom vitamins, your morning and your evening packs, completely free, okay? So you get to try vitamins specific for yourself, okay? You're probably going, well, Liz, how do I know what the vitamins are gonna be if I don't have my DNA testing results back? It's a great thought and a great question. So the first step in this whole process is your friend will send you a link. If you're one of my people, you hit me up and I'll shoot you a link. Your friend popped you onto this, ask them for their link, okay? And what they do is when they send you the link, you click it, okay? And the first thing you do is you take what's called the health assessment. The health assessment has you answer about 25 to 30 questions, and you input all the information in there, okay? And based on that, it uses around 200 and some odd different algorithms on the back end, okay? And it pulls and generates based on what you said, the specific vitamins that you could benefit from right now. So what was interesting was my health assessment spit out that I should be taking spirulina and chlorella, which are these little green tablets in here that you can see. the green ones. And I've never taken that product, and I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've taken a lot of supplements, and I said, well, why? I'm curious to know why that nutrient. So there's a little button on the top right-hand corner that I get to click, and I get to actually pull up the why. And I pulled up this whole study that I was able to look at, and it says, okay, Liz, on your health assessment, you answered that you eat vegetables less than or between 1 and 3 times a day. Because remember I told you I hate them because I have that bitter gene and I just don't like them. So based on the fact that I answered in the health assessment that I do not eat a ton of vegetables daily, my body could benefit from spirulina and chlorella in my morning vitamin pack. So I wanted to know the research behind that, not just like, is this IDLife's opinion or whose opinion is this? So I actually looked at the study, and it's a third-party peer-reviewed clinical study that shows, oh wow, for people that don't eat a ton of vegetables, here's why spirulina and chlorella can benefit them and how. So I geek out about the science, you guys, so you may want to know the why also. So after I did that health assessment and it told me what vitamins, I was like, great. When I did my $2.99, I got to try all those for the first 30 days completely free and see how I felt. And that's in the meantime between when I get my DNA kit back from the lab, do it, and then get it back from the lab. Now, once it came back from the lab and I got my report, all I had to do was basically go back into my custom vitamin packs here on my little site and just titrate them a little bit. I just added in more omega-3s because of the inflammation and some of the information that I learned on my DNA report that wasn't in the health assessment recommendation. So it was pretty spot on from the assessment. I went in and tweaked from the DNA, and boom, that's my now moving forward vitamin pack. So when you do the $2.99, you guys, you get the first month of those vitamins free. You get the DNA testing kit. You do get some sample products to try. So guys, look, you ask me about supplements all the time. I get hit up all the time about supplements. What am I taking? What am I using now? Like I said to you, 8 weeks ago, I switched my entire product line over to a company that has all GMO-free products, artificial sweetener-free products. Jill, can you put your phone on mute for me? Oh, there we go. Okay. They're artificial sweetener-free, soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. Okay, so naturally and organically derived. So when I switched my whole product line over, one of the products I got to try when I became, when I did the $2.99, just like you, I did the same thing. I got to try this energy, and this energy pack, it's neat. It gives you a little dose of caffeine right off the bat. So 75 milligrams now, but then time released milligrams of caffeine over the next 2 to 3 hours. Really cool time released energy product. I love how I feel. So that's wonderful. That's been cool. You get to try that also for the $2.99. You do get to try sleep strips. Sleep strips are amazing. I'm going to actually, the second we get off of this Zoom, open this little thing and you put it right here, sublingual and on your cheek. And it absorbs, it just dissolves, and you sleep peacefully. It's got melatonin, 5-HTP, and the L-theanine in it. It's awesome. Becoming one of my favorite products. When you sleep well, you actually don't have to feel like you have to wake up and take so many caffeinated beverages throughout the day. So that's been a nice shift for me, is actually to focus on my sleep and try to drink less caffeine throughout the day. You get to try this other product. It's called Hydrate, which is really neat. Hydrate is your sodium, your potassium, your electrolyte, but again, it's sugar-free. So this is actually something that my kids love. Indicated, I think it's 4 and up in this company, maybe 2, but definitely 4 and up. So you do get to try some of the company's best products with the $2.99 and see if you like any of it. And now here's what's neat. If you are really wanting to up your game with fitness and nutrition, yes, you wanted to hear about DNA tonight, but you do want to try some new products. Your first order with that $2.99 is 40% off. So if you wanted to try some of the workout products, and I said to you, right, remember the pre and the post, you wanted to try your workout nut like me, and you want to do the pre and the post, these are 2 really, really great products that I'm loving. My body's loving them. This product here, my kids love. My kids love the vitamins from the company. So there's lots of great products. I've got amino acids, okay? So these are on back order right now for the moment, but they'll be back soon. But Lean is amazing. They're branched chain amino acids plus sugar and craving and appetite control in one product, insane. And then the number 1 product the company has is called Slim Plus, which I don't have in front of me here, but it's like your energy, your appetite suppressant, and your mental focus in one product. So I've been loving that. So there's a lot of products here, but you can try any product. Vegan meal replacement shakes are really great. I've switched to those to be dairy free. So you can try any product the company has for 40% off. and see if you like it. And then everything else thereafter, you guys, is 30% off for life. You're locked in. No minimum orders, none of that, okay? So if you like the products and you want to order more, you can get them at 30% off. Locked in once you do that $2.99, all right? And if you decide to want to share this with other people, at that $2.99 level, you guys, you are an associate in the company. You can share this like we do, excuse me, and help other people and help them get healthy and introduce them to this new concept in health and wellness. And you can build a business. You know, we build a business doing this. That side may not be for you, but I'm passionate about that. And if you want to do that at the $2.99 level, you have a business on your hands. You just reach out to us and let us know how we can help you do that, and put 5 girlfriends in your living room, and we'll zoom in and we'll share what this is. And if they want to do it, we'll help you, okay? So I'm going to close this out and stop the recording, but then I will stay on for Q&A for anyone that has questions. $2.99, just so you know, is not your only option. If you don't want to do that, you can also do the $2.49 level. It doesn't come with all the free products, and it doesn't come with your ability to get, you know, the 40% off your first order or have a business, okay? If you truly just want the DNA, just go on and buy it retail from your friend then, and just do DNA at the $2.49 retail, okay? But for $50 more, you get so much more, but that's your choice. And you talk to your friend about how to get all that happening and get that going, okay? So I'm gonna stop the recording. Reach back to your friends. Somebody shared this with you. If you're one of my peeps, you know how to get at me, just hit me up. But your friend shared this with you, your coach, your trainer, your girlfriend, someone else who did it, or someone else who's geeking out about it like we are, just hit them up and ask them how to get started and do your assessment and how to get the DNA kit. And then when you're done, we have so many resources for you guys. When you get it, we have workout groups, Facebook groups with live workouts, meal plans, recipes, tons of resources that we can plug you in for free with, training programs, all of that. You just got to ask, and we'll get them to you at no cost and add you to these groups at no cost, so that you can actually do the workouts that your DNA report is telling you to do. You can actually have a meal plan and eat the way your DNA report is telling you to eat, okay? All right, guys, this is awesome. I'm going to stop the recording and stay on for you guys for any questions that you may have.